Shout out to all the 80s babies out there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we are back on the Recollection Road channel, and we got 12 popular things from the 80s that we've abandoned. I'm so excited for this being the 80s, baby. I know I've reacted to videos a little similar to this, but we gonna check this out for some nostalgia. Again, appreciate all the love and support. As always, I'll leave the link to their channel so you can check out more videos. Shout out to all the good humans, man. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
There are many items from decades past that capture the essence of the time. The 1980s was filled with countless products that, at the time, seemed essential for our existence. These were must-have things from the 1980s that we have since abandoned.
I should remember all of this. And comment below what should come back.
Who could forget the novelty phones that every kid wanted for their bedroom? From Garfield to Mickey Mouse, these clunky landlines injected personality into our rooms. When a call came through, these phones had features that would make them worth every penny. Some would light up, while others would open their eyes when the handset was picked up. These phones were pretty common Christmas gifts during this time, and it also had kids begging for their own phone line too.
I don't remember the price. How much did this cost?
Fitness classes during the 1980s became part of just about every mom's VHS collection. There were countless celebrity workouts, including Raquel Welch, Suzanne Summers, and of course, Jane Fonda. Decked out in leg warmers and leotards, Jane Fonda sold a number of workout videos which made her a fortune. These videos were more than just exercise. They were a cultural phenomenon, and they even had moms buying their first VCR just so they could work out at home. These workout tapes were some of the first examples of on-demand fitness, and they capitalized on the fame and beauty of their spokesperson, and it also helped them to become a part of classic 1980s nostalgia.
Is Billy Blank still going with the tie bow? Could y'all comment below?
Remember the 1980s tracksuit?
Yep.
These colorful and slick outfits were a testament to 1980s fashion. They were basically windbreakers for the entire body, and they made you feel like you were ready for any adventure. Some people called them shell suits, and they were popular with the breakdancing culture and the wannabes of the time. Although they've made sporadic comebacks over the years, they will forever remain a symbol of the 1980s aesthetic that is so recognizable.
Electric Boogaloo, I remember. Bop, bop.
Recollection Road is proud to partner with Legacy Box. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about digitizing your family's irreplaceable memories, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection for an incredible 55% off.
Oh, look at the
hair. Do you happen to recall the crimped hair trend that swept the 1980s? It was a hairstyle that demanded patience and dedication, because you meticulously used a crimping iron to create a corrugated texture in your hair. This frizzy look was right up there with the poofy and high bangs when it came to popularity. The crimping iron became yet another tool that
Jodie Foster, Demi Moore, and Alyssa Milano. Yeah. They all, I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember seeing any of them with this hairstyle. Maybe Demi Moore, but these two? No.
might be found in that caboodle case. The hairstyles of the 1980s were just about as bold as our ambitions.
Is that Winnie? Wonder Years? Dion.
Late night TV was littered with infomercials that promised to unlock life's secrets through mysterious 1-900 numbers.
That's right.
It was a time when the unknown drew us in, whether it was seeking psychic insights or even indulging in a little adult chat. These hotlines had many people dialing away. They were even geared towards kids, with options to speak to your favorite TV and movie characters. These calls racked up the charges, making getting your phone bill the worst part of the whole experience.
He-Man.
There was no better way to beat the heat of summer than to break out the Snoopy snow cone machine.
What?
It was a toy and a kitchen gadget that made shaving the ice and drizzling it with colorful syrup a joy for kids. It was exciting to drop the ice cubes in the chute, press down on the Snoopy ice pusher, and crank the handle to fill up your tiny cup with snow. Looking back, the paper cups were pretty tiny, and it only came with one flavor of syrup. So the novelty of the machine would wear off pretty fast, but nonetheless, it is something that reminds us of the 1980s.
Oh, y'all were rich as y'all had that. I didn't have that. Man.
Remember sitting in class and having an overhead projector positioned in front of the pull-down screen? The transparent sheets were filled with lessons from just about every subject, from taking notes to solving math problems. This piece of equipment helped the teacher guide us through each class. The assortment of colorful markers would fill up the stack of transparencies and would then need to be cleaned off so they could be used again. They were staples in just about every classroom in the 1980s, and they led to the chalkboard being used less and less.
Yeah, I remember those. Oh!
In the 1980s, Casio calculator watches were the must-have device for the academic-minded kid, blending both timekeeping and math problem solving. These wristwatches were some of the first to include a backlight, calendar, and even data storage. These were the top-of-the-line watches of the time. Today, our smartphones can tackle calculations like this with ease, making those calculator watches just a charming reminder of the 1980s.
I used to love those.
In the 80s, the arcade was a hallowed haven for gamers.
Bruce
From
Lee.
classic video games like Pac-Man and Space Invaders to the bells and buzzers of pinball machines. These arcades were the ultimate hangout spots. There was nothing better than the sound of quarters jingling and joysticks rocking back and forth. There was a thrill to playing games at the arcade. Maybe it was waiting your turn to play your favorite machine, or that desire to get your name on the leaderboard. Either way, it was a special feeling that home gaming consoles couldn't really replicate. For some, the thrill of those classic arcades were the best part of growing up in the 1980s.
Yeah, I don't remember going to arcades like
The
that.
days of home movie making were a bit different back in the 1980s. We used to lug around those hefty shoulder camcorders to capture those precious family moments.
Boy.
It was a big production to record on these cameras, from loading in the VHS tape to using the eyepiece and adjusting the focus. There was a lot to control on these bulky devices. They were expensive too, so it was a pretty big deal when Dad brought one home.
And now we do it all on our cell phones too.
The shopping mall was the social hub of the 1980s. It was where friends would meet up and spend an entire Saturday roaming around. There was nothing better than hanging out in the food court.
Hold on, what are they over here? So twerking been going on for a long time, huh? In this area right here in this circle. Boy, they been twerking for a while. I know this supposed to be like a fitness class. You can see these people right here. It's like mall fitness right in the open. And you can see these people over here doing it, but they look like they twerking. Probably listen to that. Let's get physical, physical. Wonder what mall this is. Like, look at these stripes on the, like, this is so nostalgic, man. Look at that.
An entire Saturday roaming around. There was nothing better than hanging out in the food court, stopping by your favorite stores, and maybe catching a movie or playing some arcade games. The 1980s was the pinnacle of malls dominating the suburban shopping experience. It's really hard to believe that these places have fallen so far. There were so many special places within the mall that still evoke great memories of our younger
Licks
days.
and sticks.
Last but not least, who can forget the excitement of the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes, with
Oh,
the prize
yeah.
patrol delivering oversized checks to lucky winners. Those large envelopes in the mail enticed us to sign up for more magazine subscriptions than we knew what to do with. And the commercials showing the surprised winners gave us all hope that we could win too. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to sign up for the Recollection Road newsletter using the link in the description.
Another great video, man. Make sure y'all check out that legacy box. Again, being the 80s baby, love the 80s. I felt like when I was really old enough though to enjoy it, it was bad for me. But I'm talking about like the surroundings. Actually, if I would have had a better upbringing, I'll say that I would have enjoyed it more. But boy, those drugs, that's what they didn't abandon in the 80s. Oh no. Boy, they came flying in there. The crack and ooh. See, that's what I grew up with. Seeing that stuff. I tell people all the time, if you want to know how I grew up, just watch the show Snowfall. Jerry Curls and all. That's pretty much how I grew up. Because life in South Central LA in the 80s, oh my goodness. I'm saying, like, you know, when you're old enough to realize things. Because when you're a kid, man, it be so much stuff going around you. It's like you may see it, you don't understand. You get older, you look back, you go, damn. Damn. And I know every era had their ups and downs, but boy, ooh, from what I can remember, like arcades, malls, and all that stuff was not, I didn't do none of that stuff. I can't even close my eyes and go look back at what the malls looked like in the 80s. The 90s, yeah, you know, because I'm just thinking more so, did the malls get any upgrades in the 90s? I don't know. But another great video, so nostalgic. Appreciate all the love and support with you guys coming over, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. If so, go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Peace out.